Today we have a special show dedicated to Wellesley Education Foundation's 25th Annual Spelling Bee. We have Stephanie Sheps and Becky Cole. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Who have both lived in Wellesley for over 9 years and served in many capacities in local organizations, and are now both part of Wellesley Education Foundation. Stephanie currently works for Coveris, is that right?
Coveris.
Coveris, and has a background in political science, French, and the law. And she's been president of many Wellesley PTOs, as well as PAWS. Is that right? Or is that Becky?
That's me.
You, Becky.
Right.
Awesome. Great. And Stephanie is very unique because she's also consecutively competed in 7 years of spelling bees.
That's right.
In town.
7 bees.
Great. And we have Becky, who has her background in physical therapy and has lived both in San Francisco and Boston, and has also done so many countless PTO and other things, PAWS, PTO president of Schofield, and has several children, as does Stephanie, in the school system here in town. So we're very honored and happy to have you talk to us about the bee today.
Great. Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, what she said.
Absolutely. So tell us about the bee. Tell us about this Wellesley bee.
Well, it's
start anywhere.
All right. Well, it's going to be held on November 6th, which is a Thursday, and it will be held at the Sprague Gym. It's the 25th year, so it's a very special year. I can't believe that it's been going on for this long. It's been such a strong, Wellesley tradition, and we're really thrilled to be part of it.
So while preparing for this and having you both here, I was really amazed to see that Stephanie here can remember every winning and losing word.
That I was a part of, yes.
Yes, it's quite a feat.
Right.
It leaves a mark. It does.
And you brought home the trophy in 2011?
And 2010.
Oh, so 2 times. You're a double winner of the bee.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. So tell us your winning words for those 2 times.
In 2010, it was umbrophilis.
And do we get a definition?
Would you like one?
We would.
Okay, umbrophilis is it's sort of a meteorological term, and it deals with cloud cover and moist environments.
Interesting.
Some might think so.
Yeah, especially because I'm a geologist and I did not know that.
Well, you've learned something new today.
I have. You see, it's good to have you guys on. And what's the other word?
2011, it was irremeable, which is past the point of no return.
Interesting. And tell us about your team name.
Our team name was bootyrachus, which was a word that was part of the spelling guide, and our team discovered it and thought, we wonder what that means. And we looked it up, found out it meant like or of butter, and decided that that was something that we really were excited to take on as our team name. And it's pronounced in a very festive manner as well, so we took that on as our team name.
What an awesome story. That's so perfect for people who compete in the bee.
And that's why we recruited her to come back and help us commemorate the 25th.
It is my pleasure to be a part of it on this end, too. It's a little bittersweet not competing.
Right.
But it's really nice to help put together this event that I've been a part of for so many years.
Awesome. Well, later on we'll have to talk about some of your more interesting adventures with other bee teams. So 25 years. Tell us how this year is special, other than it being the 25th anniversary.
Well, we're doing a few new things to celebrate the fact that it has been a community event for 25 years. And if you think about all the things we do in Wellesley, this is somewhat unique in its staying power, and the fact that it has been around and the format hasn't changed all that much. Right. Our MC has been the same, and we've got all of this continuity. So we're going to celebrate that continuity and that history, and we're also going to jazz things up a little bit.
And I hear that we're all very excited to have Mike Dowling back, so from Channel 5.
Yes.
So he'll be back emceeing this year?
He will be.
25th year, yes.
And how is it to work with him? What's he like? Is he fun?
Mike has been great to work with. Yeah. He has been consistent over the years, coming in even when there's been a World Series or another important sporting event that he's had to cover. We could always rely on him to be there.
Awesome.
So it's been really, really wonderful having him be a part of this.
Do you folks still have the gong? Do you have the buzzer? Does he get to ring the buzzer?
He does not ring the buzzer or a gong.
Yeah.
We have a gong for the timekeeper.
Right.
So who will, after a certain amount of time, will ring the gong to let the participants know that their time is up and that they need to show their word.
Well, I know from experience just living in town and hearing about the bee from so many people that it's a real Wellesley institution. And people love it, look forward to it, they sign up every year. And it's something that's really enjoyable for the entire community. So tell us about the teams. This is adults only?
It is adults only, and it is, I think, one of the few true multi-generational events in town, and that's one of the reasons I think it has a particular appeal. We beat the Spellbinders team in 2011, and that was a team sponsored by the Council on Aging, and they were an incredible force to be reckoned with.
I was just going to say that translates into some major spelling power there.
It is, and they were well prepared. And in 2012, they actually did bring it home, and they won the Bee. And did they win it? I think they won it last year as well. They won it last year.
Yeah.
So they are also back-to-back champions.
So are they going to come back this year for the 25th?
I believe they are.
Yes.
I believe they are.
How exciting.
And one thing I wanted to mention, that it is mostly an adult spelling bee, but we do have some high school teams that are also competing. And there may even be a middle school team this year as well.
Exciting.
So we're trying to get those kids involved, and they really have a great time doing it.
You're really mixing it up this year.
We're doing our best.
Competition is gonna be on. Awesome. So tell me some of the more interesting stories from both your perspectives of working on organizing this event, from participating in it and having been in it for as long as you have.
I think one of the most telling things is that people do have stories, and maybe they're not fascinating enough to share with, the viewing public, but that everybody has a story and remembers their participation and remembers something about their teammate. They remember the word that knocked them out. They remember the word that passed them on to the next round. People get into it. They don't start out being into it necessarily, but once they're competing and in that space, they're pretty passionate about just the spirit of the event and building on their prior year's success. And you would be amazed at how many people kind of leave with their hearts in their hands a little bit because they don't go as far as they think they're going to. They don't realize that when they walk in, and I'm speaking a little bit from personal experience, but upon exit, they're thinking, I'm coming back.
So are we going to look forward to you re-entering at some time in the future?
Perhaps.
Yeah,
perhaps. I'm also looking
is
forward.
Is the team still together?
Unfortunately, the team is not still together. Our Sarah DeShane, who is one of the team members, she moved away.
So we'll have to put it out there that there are spots open on Team Bootyratious.
There may be. We may be recruiting. Stacy Braatz is one of the chairs of the Bee this year and will be chairing next year. And so she was the third member of the team. And so I think we may have hit our stride and probably pass the torch to our kids for the next generation.
Sounds good. And what do your kids think of you participating and you organizing this big event?
Well, last year I was also on the Bee committee, and my daughters came and they dressed up in bee costumes.
Oh, awesome. Look at
and
that.
they stood outside and they came up with different songs. They were singing
so
"Welcome to the Bee," and they would direct people where to go, and they really loved it. And they were very disappointed that I had my husband take them home at 8:30 because they wanted to stay for the picture. They wanted to be in the paper. So this year I may let them stay till the very end,
with the Bee costumes, they got to stay, right?
Right.
You gotta
So
let them stay
this
past
is
their
the
bedtime.
25th year. It's okay to stay up past their bedtime. So they will be coming and they will be in costume, and I think they'll be really happy about that.
That's awesome. Sounds great. How about you, Stephanie? About your children?
I think they were a lot prouder when I came home a winner.
That huge trophy.
It is a big trophy, and they were a little bit younger at the time, and their friends would come over to hang out and see this enormous trophy in our house and think something much cooler happened than what actually had transpired. But it was pretty impressive at the time because they would say, wow, what'd you do for that? And when you tell them it was competitive spelling, you lose a little bit of street cred.
Well, not unless you tell them the words you actually spelled correctly, right? And then people are really impressed. Like, what was the one of your winning words?
Umbrophilus.
Umbrophilus. There you go. So I can't even
it does
say that
wow
right.
the kids. It does.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the fun bee research facts that Yolanda Tong put together, and she's also co-chairing with Becky this year.
Right. Well, they used to give out dictionaries as prizes to the winning team, which I guess back 25 years ago that was a more relevant prize.
Hey, I got bars of soap when I was a kid.
Right.
So,
Right.
Dictionaries are useful.
Right, they are useful. In concert with being a community event, we also use this as a fundraiser. Right. So we have gone from, I think the first Bee raised about $12,000, and that again went directly to teachers and to the Wellesley Education Foundation's mission, which is to support the Wellesley Public Schools. And this past year, we raised almost $50,000.
That's
so
awesome. Look at
it
that.
feels like every year we're gaining even more and more momentum. More donors are really stepping up. They love the idea of sponsoring such an amazing event. So it's really not hard to get people really involved and excited.
And tell us again the website we can go visit if we want to find out more information. It's welleslyeducationfoundation.org.
Yep.
And there's a section on there.
There's a link to the
people can
Bee,
find out.
and you can either register or you can donate. And there are also some pictures on the website too, so people can check out some of the past Bees.
And we have some great photos that you sent us for this show. We're going to put that up so people can see people in their true competitive spirits holding the trophies.
Right. And it's
shouting
great
things
because
out.
we are going to really reward those teams who will be dressing up this year. So we're encouraging team spirit. We're going to try to encourage people to dress up we had a team last year that was the Mompires, and they all dressed up like Star Wars figures. So we're going to try to encourage those teams to be a little creative and to, make it a little bit more fun.
So do you have many teams signed up already? I think, tell us the date again. When is the Bee happening?
November 6th.
Okay.
And so we'd like to have teams signed up by the 16th of October, if possible.
And we are almost full.
You're almost at your deadline.
But we will make room for all who want. Don't say alls. We'll make room for all who want to compete.
Right.
And it's really, people have gotten the bug this year. They're very excited to compete in the 25th, and we're expecting a very good turnout. And even for those who don't want to spell, we'd like them to come and just share in the spirit of the event. We are having a Team Spirit Award as one of our new features for the 25th, because without asking anyone to, the team started to dress up on their own over the years. So we figured, why not reward some of that creativity and, spirit of the event.
And there should be some kind of prize as well for the cute children who dress up in the Bee
I would think so. I think my children would love to have that,
have
some sort of prize or recognition.
In there as well. So, so how many teams do you predict we will have this year? I know it's not done yet.
It will be over 50.
Okay.
And we are making there are seven rounds. Typically we have 8 teams for each round, and then we have a championship round.
Nice.
And so we are looking at some staging improvements to accommodate more teams during a round, because we were a little bit limited in the stages that we've used in the past. So we're trying to expand how many teams we can fit in a round without anyone falling off the stage. That would not be a great community event.
Well,
it has happened.
Or it may just add to the flavor.
Right. You could look at it 2 different ways, I guess.
So are there company sponsored? Are there teams from companies, local companies, or is it mostly people who live in town?
We have a mix. So we have our town government team. So the Board of Selectmen usually have a team.
Is that in their contract when you sign on as a Board of Selectmen? You must compete.
I think that it must be.
It's the fine print.
Fine print, right? Wellesley Fire and Rescue always has a team. The police always has a team.
That's awesome.
Council on Aging. And they do.
Responders register first.
Right.
There you go. Look at that.
They're right on it.
Right. So we have some of those teams that have been traditionally a part of the Bee, and they have registered already, so we're really thrilled to have them back.
I like the idea that I live in a town where the police are required to be good spellers.
Right.
Somehow this makes me feel a lot safer, actually.
Right.
There's a certain meticulousness and pride that goes along with that. That's awesome. Yeah. Amazing. So do tell us some of the fun stories from some of the past years. Do people jump up and down when they win? Do they scream? Does it get loud?
Well, I guess it was a little bit more of a raucous crowd when it was held at the old high school, because I guess it was always held in the cafeteria. And so they had that mezzanine level where people would shout down and really cheer on their team. So it was more of a, I don't know what kind of atmosphere that would be, but a little bit louder than maybe it is at Sprague. Yes.
A little more student-oriented.
So what would happen this year if there's a question, there's a spelling question, and someone shouts down the answer from somewhere? How would you guys handle that?
I think that would be up to Mike, how he wants to handle it, because he would be he's the only one with a microphone.
Mike, I see.
We have no microphone. We are not up there directing. So I think we'll have to see if Mike can handle that.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Has that ever happened?
We need bee bouncers.
Yeah, that's right.
To get out,
Maybe
people.
they can be in bee outfits too.
I think that's the only way.
Maybe my kids will be doing that
There
too.
you go.
That's right.
Their second job for the night.
Right.
Yeah, I think there is a good sense of spirit in the event, and
Right.
we don't have too many, cheaters.
Yeah. So that's like never really happened.
No, I
We're
think
pretty honorable.
right. I think
in
that
town.
most
I think
people
so.
are
Honor
there.
system.
The way we've had it in the past is that the word is behind all the spellers. The word is projected up.
Oh,
And
okay.
so we have to be careful that nobody's looking
Yeah.
behind their shoulder. But
Right.
we have never, I mean,
Never had
nobody's,
that.
it's a really a non-competitive event.
Right.
Again, it's more, we're trying to emphasize the community and so people don't feel pressured because it's a three-man spelling team. It's
Right.
not just one single person up there spelling on their own.
Right.
So
And is there a requirement? Do you have to have a multiple person to team, or can it be just one person?
Well, it's actually not an official rule. We have not yet faced it, and I did step in for a team that was down a member. Was it 2012? I
Right,
guess
'cause
that was the
they're-
last
they're-
one.
Yeah,
But I've never seen a team get up there with less than
about 3
Yeah.
to a team. Oh, interesting.
So it would be interesting if somebody thought they could do it alone. There is one
Yeah.
person in our town who did think he could do it alone.
Right, right. And you're still waiting for him to call you back and
Right.
We
come
are.
on in, right?
We are.
Good. Awesome. We'll have to look forward to that.
We hope he shows up.
Yes. So I think we have a few more minutes left. So
Mm-hmm.
tell us anything else you'd like to add about the bee, about how awesome WEF is for doing this.
It's just very nice to have the
Yeah.
support of the community and all of the local businesses and the PTOs and other community groups that all support similar missions, but that everybody comes together that night. Other groups that raise money for, again, similar organizations, that we all come together to support each other and to support WEF because the public schools are the foundation of this town.
Right.
And we're able to do so many wonderful things and award grants that support our schools, that enrich the educational experience for teachers and students. And it's really a pleasure to be a part of that and to have fun doing it.
And just in the past year, WEF has given out several grants and also helped to revamp the WPS curriculum, the curriculum review. And I saw those awesome folders that they passed out at Back to School Night. So
With the strategic plan.
The strategic plan, yes, it's been great work. So this money is going to go to good use.
Right, and we really want to encourage the community
Right.
to come out and support the event. And admission is free, and we're trying to just build more of that community spirit.
And I think you're doing a great job. You have an awesome number of teams and a lot of enthusiasm. Everywhere I go, I hear people chatting about the bee. So you're doing something right.
I hope so.
We hope so.
Awesome.
We have a new
Great.
mascot, our new
Oh, what's
little
the new
bee.
mascot? Oh, that's right.
Well, I don't know if we're ready to announce his name publicly yet,
Oh, he
but
has
we
a
do
name.
have a new bee. And
Was
he's
there a vote? Was there an official vote on what to name the bee?
not yet.
Not yet.
So we will wait till it
Put up
becomes
there.
official.
Right.
And we will share it with the public, but he is very much ready to make his debut. Right now he's featured on some
Excellent.
magnets around town.
Oh, that's right. I've seen those magnets driving around cars.
Yeah.
That's a great new design.
Yeah, we love it. We
We're
love
very
it.
happy about it.
Yeah. Well, this
Yeah.
is great. Well, thank you so much. This has been such a pleasure.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you
And
very
we'll have
much.
to have you come back and tell us what the winning word from this year would
We
be.
would love to come back and give you a recap.
Perfect. Thank
That's
you,
great.
Becky and
Thank you
Stephanie.
so much.
You're very welcome.